I'm Jenny Grove. Thanks for staying with us. It's time now for our weekly Adopt a Pet segment, and with us today we have Rita Hart from the Humane Society of St. Lucie County and Dr. Jamie Carloni from the Animal Hospital of Westport St. Lucie. Thank you, girls, for being here.
Thank you for having us, as always.
Rita, who do you have with us here today?
Well, this little guy falls in the category of he's so ugly, he's cute. This is Curly, and he's chewing on a bone right now, so you can't see his face, but here we go. Let's look up here. Curly is a mixture, an odd mixture of poodle and Chinese crested. And if anybody knows anything about Chinese crested breed, they are hairless usually. And but because of the poodle mix, he's got a lot of curly hair on his head and also on his legs. Curly's about 5 years old. He was found as a stray. He's available for adoption. He's already been neutered, and the only issue, he is a special needs dog because he has something called the luxating patella problem, which means his knees, and the doctor can talk to you a little bit more about that, his knees go out on him. Doesn't seem to bother him. He's not in pain, or doesn't appear to be in pain when that happens. He walks on a leash nicely. He is a little love. He loves to give kisses, and he's definitely a great lap dog for someone.
Great. Can you explain a little more, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so the luxating patellas that he has, it's where the kneecap doesn't quite sit in the joint how it should. So it tends to pop out. With him, as I've seen him walk, they tend to pop out when he walks. So he walks a little goofy. It's something that, you know, the smaller breed dogs, it happens to them a lot. Surgery is the only way to correct it. Other than that, you usually have to kind of prevent the joints from getting things like arthritis and being painful. So you try to prevent them from jumping up on things. And those are some of the things the limitations that he'll have versus another dog that does not have any issues with their knees.
So he's not confined to a bed or anything. I mean, like Rita said, he can still walk, he can still, you know, move around and stuff.
Run.
Just have to take a little extra precaution.
Yes, and kind of make sure that you're aware of his issues, and sometimes they do start to limp because it is painful on occasion, and kind of treat him for that.
He's really enjoying that area. He's got his own.
I had a treat in there to keep him happy, and he found it, didn't you? He found it, yeah.
He's very lovable.
Yeah. He had a cherry eye when he came in to us, which I believe is also common in dogs. Now, the shelter veterinarian did remove that cherry eye, so that's not an issue. Can they come back, doctor? Do they?
And it depends on the surgery that's done. Usually the way you do it is the cartilage itself is not quite formed correctly. So it pops out of their eye, of the third eyelid, and so when they do the surgery, a lot of times you just place it back in. It can come back out. It can happen on the other eye as well, because usually it's something that they're born with. You know, usually it can predispose them to things like dry eye as they get older, and that's another condition that, you know, is going to be something that, if that was to happen, you know, can also require some treatment.
Okay, great. And that surgery that you mentioned that he would have to get, is it something, is it necessary for quality of life wise to?
And that really depends on the animal, the dog. Sometimes how bad the knees are can really make that decision a little bit different. If it's really bad, it is very painful. So that is something that when you do the surgery before arthritis forms, they will have a significantly better pain control of that knee. You know, if the arthritis is already there and you do the surgery, you still have arthritis and it can still be painful. So if you do it before that, you can control the pain a lot better.
Okay, great.
And because, Jenny, you know, I mentioned he's a special needs dog because he's going to be a little bit harder for us to find a good home for because of that issue. That surgery is not something that the Humane Society has the funds to take care of, unfortunately. And because he's living just fine without it right now, you know, we are not going to proceed with that. So whoever adopts him needs to be aware that that may be something that they might face in the future. But having said that, he is a doll, and he's giving himself a bath right now.
Takes good care of himself.
Yeah, so I want you to see the camera, though. Here, Curly. So, oh, all right, all right. You want to say, no, I don't want to do that? Give me,
give you kisses.
Whoever does decide to adopt Curly here, what are some of the benefits of adopting a dog with needs like this?
Definitely, and then there's many different kind of special needs that we deal with, and a lot of them, you know, blindness, deafness, those kind of things. You do create a special bond with them, you know, that they really depend on you to help them and, you know, make sure that they're being taken care of appropriately. Whereas, you know, sometimes because they are special needs, you have to have patience with them and know that, you know, you can't let them, in his case, jump off of beds a lot, or because those things will accentuate them. Dogs that are blind, they need to listen to you and hear you and be able to follow you around. Dogs that are deaf, they need to be able to see you, hand signals, things you have to work on with them. You know, so and they all require a little extra attention and patience.
That's great. I'm sure they appreciate that bond too, you know, with their owner. That's wonderful. Rita, if anyone would like to come visit Curly, what's the best way to do that?
Well, Curly currently is housed at the main shelter in Fort Pierce. The address there is 100 Savannah Road. And our phone number, if anybody has any questions about him, is 772-461-0687. As a reminder, our website has all of our adoptable cats and dogs on it. I'm going to put a plug in for cats and kittens right now because it's kitten season and we are inundated with cats and kittens at this time. And I would love to have a big run on adoption for them as well.
Are you running specials, price-wise?
We did. One of them ended last week. We had what we called the Summer 11 sale, which was a 50% off, and a lot of people took advantage of that, which was wonderful. And people should just keep an eye on our website. We'll be running specials like that again in the future. There are special adoption fee prices for folks who are 50 and older. We call them senior citizens. I'm a little offended by that. But and also military veterans, there is a $50 fee to adopt a pet. And depending on the age and how long a dog in particular has been at the shelter, there are discounts for that as well. But those fees, even at the higher amounts, I want people to know those fees include a microchip, up-to-date vaccinations, for cats, feline, and AIDS testing, for dogs, heartworm testing. So when the dog goes home with people, as long as that dog's healthy, they don't have to visit a vet for a whole year until their shots are due again.
Wonderful. Well, girls, thank you so much for being here. Rita Hart from the Humane Society of St. Lucie County and Dr. Jamie Carloni from the Animal Hospital of Westport St. Lucie. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jenny.
All right, Curly. Good luck on your journey, Curly. All right, and we'll be right back after this message.